All right, guys, let's jump in again for transparency. 7 weeks ago, I'm down 7,600 bucks. Today's account reads 942, but my homie just cashed me out for 5,800 bucks. So I'm up 6,800. Again, we're talking about close to a $15,000 swing I'm on this year over the last 7 weeks. I don't know how long this is going to last. We're going to go over some of last week's bets, some of this week's bets, what I like, what I don't like. Let's see here. And just for transparency's sake, I'm going to go to 6 weeks ago. I shave off about 3K there. 5 weeks ago, 44. I'm still down. The next week, shave off 1,500. So it's been a slow grind. Then I go down again. And then 2 weeks ago, I go on a $6,000 run. Absolutely nuts. Last week, again, I went from 2 grand to 5,700. So had a nice $3,700 week. And then this week, I'm only up 442. I think that's because I'm shooting on a Monday. So this week is only going to count Monday. So let's jump right into it, guys. Let's see what we like, and then we'll go over last week's bets, how I did, what I won, what I lost. So last week, remember, I picked the Steelers -3. I just rewatched that video. Not a solid pick. That was a bonehead pick. Remember what happened last week. So it looked like this. So we're going to click parlay so these don't pop up. Bears -20. We clicked on Steelers, if you remember, -3, and it was +100. And I said, I always hate that because Vegas is encouraging you to take that. It always feels like a trap to me at a +100, and I usually stay away from those games. Now, for the sake of transparency, I did not bet the Steelers in this account or any account. I just made 3 picks for this video. So what I got to figure out with you guys, and I'm more than welcome, please comment, let me know how you think I should do this. I like to bet right before the game, but I'm trying to put out this weekly video for everybody based on what picks I like. So last week I said Steelers +3. I said Chargers -5.5, which hit. Going into Jets Chiefs -9.5, I had the Chiefs for you guys, and that lost. Would have covered on that Patty Mahomes touchdown. That was nuts. A lot of money swung on that play. So 1 and 2. Now my over-unders, I had the Lions Packers under 46, which was a loss. Dolphins Bills. Oh, whoops. This is over, and this is over. 46, and Rams Colts over 46. I think these were actually, this was 52. I didn't update this properly. And then this was 46, I believe. I think that went into OT, and then any field goal in overtime would have covered. So I went 2 and 1 on the over-unders, 1 and 2 on the spreads. This is what killed us. And because of that, I went 3 and 3, and I would have lost you money had you taken all my picks. Only the $10 per 100 you would have lost, but still you would have been down. Now, like I said, for the sake of transparency, I didn't put any of these games in. And oddly enough, I waited till the very last minute on Thursday night. Lions Packers. I know I said under because when I don't know, I take the under. I don't stick to my own rules. I went over. I went over at the last minute. I watched everybody coming out of the tunnel. I saw David Montgomery was healthy coming out. And I'm going, oh, man, they got Montgomery. They got Gibbs. Goff is playing. They got all these receivers. It's in Green Bay. I think the Lions are going to be scoring points. And I went over for $2,500. I'm a madman. I know. I was up 3,700 in the account. I went 2,500. Boom. Cash out right away. Good feeling. Now, remember, I also put in a little teaser. I put in a little teaser right here, which looked like this. Now, check this out. I put these bets in with you guys live on the screen last week. Ravens +9, cashed. This is a teaser, right? So it was Ravens +3. I teased it up to 6. All of these bets are teased 6 points in my favor. I did 3 bets at once with 2 open spots. I think that's what I did. 3 open bets with 2 open spots. You can check the last video. Teased the Ravens up to 9, cashed. Teased the Eagles to -2, cash. Teased the Los Angeles Chargers to +0.5 a point. And the Chiefs covered on my bet. So I went into tonight, which is currently Monday. It's about midnight Pacific time as I shoot this. I'm 4 for 5 on teasers. I need to pick one game. I hate this Seahawks Giants spread. 46 is the over. I don't like the under or the over. I don't know how the game's gonna go. Seahawks minus 2.5. The Giants, such a hard team to bet on. They show up, they don't show up. They're so inconsistent. I stayed away from it. So what I did was, and this, some people might say I'm a chump for this, but I hedged my bet, which is something I normally never do. I let it ride, but I basically guaranteed that the worst thing that could happen is I would win $500. My scenarios were win $500, win $1,800, or win 5,000. And I'm going to show you those scenarios real quick. Now you can see. Okay, so this is how a hedge works. If you guys don't know what a hedge is, you can look it up. I'm going to give you the brief synopsis of what a hedge is. Basically, I'm going into the night. Remember, on our little teaser we had. So this is my teaser going in the night. It's $1,000 to win $3,500. I have to hit 5 for 5 with everything teased in my favor. I go 4 for 5. I need to pick a bet tonight. So then I'm in this sheet right here looking at, okay, if I go over 40 on the teaser, so I tease it down from 46 to 40, I hit the over. My opportunity is $3,500. And then I'm going to straight bet, so I'm going to bet against myself under 46. I'm going to bet $1,500. So if it goes over 46, I'm going to win $1,850. I like that. But I'm not going to win that $3,500. So then the other thing that can happen, the other scenario 2 is I tease it over 46 under, but then the game goes under 40, right? The game goes under 40 right here. Then I'm only going to win $500, right? Because what would happen is I'd win the straight bet, but I'd lose the teaser. And then the best scenario that could have happened, the game goes between 40 and 46, meaning the team totals, if they added between 40 and 46, the Giants could have just done anything tonight. I would have won $5,000. That was the best scenario. I won 500 and I didn't hit. Now, listen, if I had only bet the over, if I had only teased the over 40, I would have lost $1,000 instead of winning 500. So that's how I hedged. No matter what happened tonight, I won either 1850, 500, or $5,000. There was no way I could lose. Not as fun. You don't get that adrenaline rush. I actually did get the adrenaline rush too, because I was really thinking I was going to hit this $5,000 because the Giants had this one last drive where they could have scored. Daniel Jones got sacked 11 times. The Giants are a mystery. Daniel Jones looks decent sometimes, and then he looks horrible other times. So that's what you get, though, when you hedge. That's what happened. And I feel pretty good because I'm still up. So now I have my balance at 942 plus the 5,800. So like I said, I'm up 6,800 on the year. Go check all the stats. I screen recorded everything so you can see. I want to be transparent with everybody. Now let's get to the picks for next week. They're already released. Okay, so we have Commanders versus Bears Thursday Night Football. I hate that. I think they're both not to say, I shouldn't say that. The Commanders are playing pretty well. Howell looks good sometimes. Fields finally looked good, and I thought he was going to get his first win. Nope, loses the game. They definitely, listen, Fields threw for 4 touchdowns and threw almost 350 yards. So everyone's talking smack about Fields. I have a lot invested in Fields, so I'm not one of those people. But I'm on the field train. I got to believe. What I do love this week, again, Bills, guys. Now, -5.5. I feel like this game should be higher. I feel like it should be like a -9 for the Bills. I think they're going to kill the Jaguars. So the Bills at home, I just don't see the Jaguars doing it. I really like the Bills. Texans, Falcons, that's a really tough game. Stroud is playing really well. I would definitely go Texans over Falcons. At that point, I guess you take the +1 instead of the money line. This is what we're going to flirt with today, guys. Lions -9 against the Panthers at home. The question is, are the Lions for real this year? And I think they might be. I really think the Lions might be real. I know that's crazy to say, but I really like Dan Campbell. 2 solid running backs. So many wide receivers. Solid tight end. Sammy Laporta looks good. We're gonna go back to that. Colts, Titans. That's tough, man. The Titans are such a hard team to bet on or against. Same thing with the Giants. They show up sometimes, they don't show up. Derrick Henry runs for 300 yards for whatever he ran for last week. Crushes the Bengals. Burrow looks like garbage. I don't know what's going on in Cincinnati. I want to say bet the home team, but I'm not touching Colts Titans at -1. Maybe on a teaser, tease up some points, but I'm probably staying off that game entirely. Saints Patriots, same thing. If Derek Carr plays, I think I like the Saints a little bit more. I think I like the over tease down to 33-ish. Ravens Steelers. If Kenny Pickett isn't playing and there's a backup, I'm going Ravens heavy. I think you got to wait to figure out who's playing at quarterback. Sounds like Kenny Pickett might be hurt either way. Ravens might be an interesting play there. Bengals Cardinals -3. -3. Imagine the Bengals, Joe Burrow being -3 against the Cardinals. Not touching it. No way. No way, Jose. But, by the way, I do believe there's opportunity in the Bengals because if they turn it around, they're getting very favorable spreads right now. We'll see. But Josh Dobbs kind of looks good. I don't want to bet against him right now. This is a really interesting game. Eagles-Rams. I love the Eagles, but I think the Rams are a sneaky playoff team. Stafford's throwing for 300 yards plus a game, it seems like. Let's actually check out Stafford's stats real quick. Stafford is second in the league. Second in the league in passing yards, only behind Tua. So, remember, we looked at last week. He had 2 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He only threw 1 touchdown last week. I don't know how that happened. Kyron Williams is eating up all the touchdowns in Los Angeles. Okay, well, listen, like I said, Stafford just beat the Colts. He had a bad loss to the Bengals. It wasn't that bad. They played with the Niners. They didn't win. So the Rams are a really interesting 2-2 team. I'm not saying they're going to beat the Eagles, but I definitely like 4.5 points at home. I think they're going to give the Eagles a run for their money. Maybe the game comes down to a field goal. If the Rams win that game, I'm not surprised. I'll tell you why. This is no hatred towards the Eagles fans. Let's hop in here. I want to show you what the Eagles have done this year because it's really not that impressive. New England, they win by 5 points. Minnesota, they win by 6 points. Tampa Bay, they clean up. They win by 2 touchdowns. Washington, they beat by 3 points. So we're talking 3 out of 4 games against not very strong teams. One of these teams has a winning record. It's the Tampa Bay Bucks, oddly enough, at 3-1. And they beat them by 2 touchdowns on the road. So, listen, the Eagles should roll over everybody, but Aaron Donald's on the other side of the ball, right? They got a decent defense. Sean McVay knows how to scheme. We're going to see what's going to happen. I'd probably take the Rams with the points if I had to choose. Chiefs, Vikings. Chiefs -5 against the 1-3 Vikings. I like the over in that one. I don't know about that one. Cowboys, Niners. This is where the Cowboys have to show up and decide if they're a real team or not. Because they have demolished 3 bad teams. Jets, Giants, demolished, and the Patriots, demolished. Not even close. And their defense dominated all 3 games. But now they're going to have to play one of the best offenses, if not the best offense in the league. I like the Niners -3.5. And then the Monday night game, Packers -2 against the Raiders. The Raiders do not look good. I don't think they can find a way to win. If Garoppolo's not playing, who I don't even think is good, I really don't think they have a chance with the backup. But we got to pick 3. We got to pick 3 games. So we got to go Bills. I can't not go Bills at home. Josh Allen looks strong. Diggs went off. They demolished the Dolphins, who everybody thought was good. Remember, the Dolphins haven't beaten anybody serious yet. I said last week I thought the Bills were going to win. I did say I thought the Dolphins were attractive at +9 in the teaser, and they weren't. Good thing I didn't bet that. Second pick, I'm going Lions -9. And the third pick on the spread. What's it going to be? Chiefs -5, Niners -3.5. Chiefs on the road. Chiefs didn't look strong against the Jets. Shootout. Nah, I'm going to go Niners -3.5. So those are our 3 picks this week on the spread, and we'll write them down right now. So this is what are we, week 5? This was week 4 up here. So our spread picks are in. All right, our spread picks are the Bills minus 5.5 at home. We don't know about this yet. We don't know about this yet. We don't know about this yet. Then we got the Lions at home minus 9. And remember, everybody who's watching, these are my picks that I like first look. I like to talk through all the bets with you guys. These are not locked in for me, all right? Just so you guys know. So I have not bet on these. I will probably put a teaser in with you guys on the screen tonight. Besides that, all my bets will be made right before game time, all right? So I can get that adrenaline rush. Okay, we don't know what this is. And now we got to make these picks. All right, now we got to make these picks. Our overall will be determined at the end of the week. Now let's pick our over-unders. Our over-unders, remember, I said I liked Chiefs Vikings at 52. The Dolphins, who we should be looking at every week on the over, have a bye. So we have no over there. I always like the Bills in the over. Ravens Steelers at 38.5. That could be a real defensive game, divisional game. See about that one. Rams Eagles, gotta love the over there. And then I'm gonna go with, we can't go 3 overs, can we? Can we go 3 overs? No. I'm gonna go under Saints Patriots in Foxborough. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go Saints Patriots in the under at, what is it, guys? What's the under at? Under 39.5. That is such a gross under. That is such a gross under. Then we got Eagles Rams over 50. Now we just hit on the Rams. I don't know if we're gonna hit back-to-back weeks. We'll see. And then we got Chiefs Vikings in the shootout in a dome. I like the over at 52. Remember, Rams SoFi is sort of a dome, sort of not a dome. Most beautiful stadium I've ever been to. Second most is in Vegas. Both brand new stadiums in the last 5 years or so. Definitely check them out. SoFi is incredible. You feel like you're outside, you're inside. It's wild. Over 50 Eagles Rams, Chiefs over, and the Saints Patriots under 39.5. I don't know who's playing quarterback in New Orleans. We'll see. Foxborough, they'll play tough. We'll see if Mac Jones can turn it around. I've never believed in Mac Jones. I don't think he's good. I'm a Jets fan. I hate the Patriots. You know the vibes. So now let's go over to our teaser. Let's just go over to our teaser because this is what we care about. Now, Bills money line at home. Give me that all day. Give me that all day. All day long, I'll take that. Lions -3 at home. Remember, we already bet that, so I also like to find, what games can I take a bunch of points on? What really is attractive here? Cardinals +9 at home. Cardinals been playing well. Rams +10.5. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. I got to take that. What else do we like? Over 32 on the Ravens. That's interesting. So what does that mean, guys? 17-14, I would lose. I got to go on that. I got to take that. I got to go Bills. Over 32.5 Ravens. What's the Lions over under? 39. The Lions might score 30. All right. Those are the 3 that just stick out the most. I'm going to put those in right now, guys. Same deal as last week. 2 open spots. We got 3 in. 1,000 to win 3,500. That's my vibe this year. And I'm going to lock that in with you guys. All right. So the teaser is locked in. Bills +0.5. So I got the Bills money line, the Rams +10.5 at home, and the Ravens Steelers over 32.5. Those are the 3 I like in the teaser. Remember, I went 4 for 4 before Monday night. And remember, we talked about discipline last week. I never, ever, ever should have bet the Seahawks game tonight on the teaser because I had no idea what was going to happen. I just wanted action, and I used my 5th bet. I've been cruising. I went 4 for 4. or 4 out of 5. Had to pick the last one to win $3,500. Instead, I hedged. Whatever. It was a hedge. I guarantee myself money. I can't look at it like I'm a loser. I just feel like a loser. You feel like a loser when you hedge. You just feel like a loser. This is just the mind of a gambler. Sorry, guys.